The intake of salt is a very minor yet very essential factor for your health. If taken in excess, it can very well increase the blood pressure, and if taken in less amount, it can reduce the blood pressure. Dr. Tapan Ghose tells us the right quantity of salt intake and its benefits.
Now, very important question is how much salt we should take and how much is good for our heart. Now, life cannot exist without salt. Our all body secretions contain some kind of salt. Salt means sodium chloride. The chemical name is sodium chloride, and salt is required for life, and we all take salts. Salt and sugar are actually white poisons, and if you take much more salt than the required amount, the chances of blood pressure are very, very high. The important question is how much salt is good. We tell that 4.5 gram of salt is enough to give you 200 millimoles of sodium per day, which is sufficient for every adult human being. In easy terms, it is 1 teaspoonful of salt per individual per day. So imagine how much extra salt we have been taking daily. So for salt, you should not exceed 5 gram of sodium chloride or common salt for cooking every day per person. The table salt or extra salt increases the salt content of your diet, and that increases the chances of development of high blood pressure. If you take less salt or avoid taking table salt, then the blood pressure comes down, and thereby the blood pressure treatment is possible by a diet. We call it no added salt diet, called NAS diet, no added salt diet. You might have seen many times people cook without any salt. That is not important, that to be avoided. If you cook your food without salt, that becomes tasteless, and little salt is divine. As I told you, anybody who is interested in cooking, they know that little salt is required to make the food palatable, and salt is required for body functions or existence. So little salt is required, and we must take little salt, and the total amount should not exceed 5 gram of sodium chloride per day.
For more on heart and heart diseases, log on to onlymyhealth.com.